Okay, welcome back. Last time we investigated Seven Island, and today we're actually going to be going to get our legendary Pokemon encounters. In between episodes, I did give myself the event items, so I have the Mystic ticket and the Aurora ticket. Those will allow me to go to Naval Rock and Birth Island, but I'll be doing those later in the episode. Before I do anything else, I need to go back and forth from 2 Island a couple of times, just to kind of get more stock into their shop. So, let's quickly talk to this guy. I can't tell you how grateful I am for your rescue of Lostel. Thanks to your feat, the people of Free Island have changed their attitudes about Kanto people. And I'm from Kanto, you see. The people of Free Island helped me add to my merchandise. So what does he have now? He has soda pops and fresh water. Obviously, I'm not going to get too much use out of those, but hey, those are kind of nice to have. Now, I just need to kind of go back and forth a couple of times, mostly because, basically, I need to leave the island and come back, and then he has new stock. I think updates for the last time after you get the Ruby and the Sapphire and deliver them both to Celio. I think that's how you kind of get it to expand his stock. Hi, I'm giving it my best here. I hope you do too. Okay, so let's quickly buy a lemonade. There is a reason as to why I'm buying a lemonade, and while I'm here, I might as well go and do a little side quest. Because to be realistically, today is basically an episode full of little side quests. Okay, so now we are back on 5 Island, and I should just use a Max Repel for this, so I'm going to use a Max Repel for this. I should also have probably brought a Pokemon with Fly for my own general convenience, but hey, I guess we're just going to be cycling back. So, in the last episode, you may recall I came over here to the Memorial Pillar, where a guy was paying respects to his dear Onix named Tectonix. Which, look, I know I mentioned it in the episode, I still think that is a fantastic name for an Onix. And if I ever choose to use one, that will probably be what I name it. Here lies Tectonix is engraved on a boulder. There's a lemonade placed as an offering in front of the grave. So if we leave a lemonade as well... Thank you. That was my Tectonix's favourite drink. I don't even know you, but your act of kindness, it's uplifted me a little. Can you please take this as my thanks? Okay, so we got TM42. Please be good to your Pokemon too. So TM42 is normally Facade, so let's have a quick look-see as to what it is now. Hopefully it'll be something good, hopefully it'll be something usable. I mean, if nothing else, at least most of my Pokemon would have access to be able to learn it. And it is... Agility. Okay, not exactly ideal, but I could actually get some use out of it, possibly. Oh wait, can I could just surf around that entire bit. That's kind of good information to know for when I eventually decide to play this game again after this. I mean, I say that, but at the same time, I tend to come back and play most Pokemon games like once every few years. Or at least, I don't know, I usually end up playing Pokemon games at least semi-frequently. Also, before I go and do anything else, I'm going to head back to 6 Island, because we didn't go into the Pokemon Center last time, and there is a little event that takes place in there, so let's quickly head on in. Because here we find our rival. Hey, how's your Pokedex filling up? It looks like it's impossible to get all the Pokemon by hanging around just these parts. Maybe there are Pokemon we don't know about somewhere far away. Well, if I can't do it, there's no way for you to get it done. I'm not going to get all desperate over this. I'll keep collecting Pokemon at my own pace while I train them. That's what I'll do, so there's no point in staying here. I may as well leave for home. That's that then. Smell you later. Okay, so with that, I choose to believe he just kind of hopped on his Pidgeot and flew away, as opposed to, you know, waiting for the boat. Anyway, so now it is time to quickly head on over to 2 Island for what I believe to be the final time. It'll probably be the final time, I don't really need to be back here. Okay, so... Oh, hello, welcome. I've started bringing in items from distant lands. I've got some rare items in too, please have a look. Okay, so I'm going to buy 40 Timer Balls, because the Timer Ball is just good to have, and also Lava Cookies are also very good to have. Lava Cookies are just better full heals. And the discerning trainer knows to buy rare items here. Moved here from Celadon City, started up a shop with his younger brother. You have to wonder if he knew what he was getting into. I mean, he may not have known at the time, but it looks like he's doing pretty well for himself now. But now that we have all of those, it is time for us to return to mainland Kanto and properly get this episode underway. So, I don't actually know what full order I'm going to go about getting all these Pokemon in. Like, I think I have an idea of the order I'm going to go for these in, but we'll see how that goes. At some point, I'm also going to have to just make a cut. I'll also have to just make a cut at some point for my own convenience, mostly because one of these Pokemon is a roaming legendary, and yeah, roaming legendaries are kind of a pain. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to bring Houndoom with me, and I'm going to put Atlas in the PC. This is because I basically kind of ran the numbers on it, and there are 21 different Pokemon that these legendaries can randomize to, and I think 8 of them had Psychic type attached, so having some form of Dark type is going to be useful to me, and yeah, that's basically the plan. Pretty much, if I encounter a Psychic type, I am switching to Houndoom and hoping that it doesn't have anything else. Because, pretty much, okay, so, let's see here. It's Mew, Mewtwo, Lugia, Celebi, Jirachi, Deoxys, Latios, and Latias all could appear. Like, they could all appear, and, you know, my team does have quite a noticeable weakness to Psychic, so having a Dark type to... Okay, I guess I'm having a little fight here. But yeah, basically, I'm pretty much bringing Houndoom with me, just to have a way to kind of nullify the Psychic attacks, and on top of that, I'm bringing, Magneton with me. I brought Magneton with me as well, in the hope that it'll hopefully be able to either A, take a hit from some things, and B, land Thunder Wave, because I just don't have any other real way of getting paralysis onto stuff. Again, once again, Sparky would have been very helpful here. Unfortunately for me, we did lose Sparky. Skull Bash? It's a bit of a high-risk move, but I will get rid of Water Gun in favour of Skull Bash. Skull Bash is a 2-turn move, but it is a highly powerful one, and I'll just give it a little demonstration here. Turn 1, the Pokemon tucks its head, and its defense goes up, and then it kind of just like shoots itself forward and headbutts them. If you've ever played Street Fighter, I choose to believe that Skull Bash works kind of like E-Honda's kind of flying headbutt. And a poison point from Scyther is a little bit of an inconvenience, but honestly will be fine. And I just realized I probably need to teach Tilia Strength again. Because, Atlas was the Pokemon who had Strength. Which, obviously, I don't currently have him with me. So I guess we are teaching Tilia Strength again. And I'll get rid of Sludge Bomb again. Honestly, at this point, I'm starting to feel a bit bad for my Sandslash. It's remembered and forgotten how to use Sludge Bomb so many times. But at the same time, I don't ever really want... I don't want to get rid of it because it's just a good move to have. Also, I'm pretty much going to get through to the legendary Pokemon, then put Magneton out front and just hope that it isn't a fire or a ground type. Fortunately, there aren't too many of those. So basically, if for fire and ground types, it could feasibly be Entei, it could be Moltres, or it could be Groudon, and or it could be Ho-Oh. It could be Ho-Oh. Also, I think I was going the right way, but I'm gonna push this one in as well, just on the off chance that I need it later. And of course, because we already have an encounter in here, and it will take me long enough to get through all of these areas regardless. And now it just hit me that having these repels isn't actually going to be helpful to me as I get towards the end, because the final place, I think, is actually going to be higher level than me. So, yeah, that's something for me to look forward to. Actually, I think the final place, I can find I think in the final place, I can actually find Pokemon that are above my level cap. Yeah, I could potentially find Pokemon in there that I wouldn't be allowed to use because they're too powerful. Anyway, with that, we get drifted around here, And that brings us to the wrong place. Danger, fast current. Because we are now in the wrong place. So now we need to find our way back out. No way, I'm in the right place. This is the right way. I think I accidentally went the wrong way and ended up going the right way. You know what? I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to question how I get around some of these places sometimes, because sometimes it just works. Okay, so now we drop down here, and I think this should take me directly to where I need to be. And here is Articuno. Okay, so I'm going to put Magneton out front, and let's see what we have. That's a Raikou. That's a Raikou, 100%. I'm good with my Pokemon cries, that's a Raikou. Now, this is why I get to play a dangerous game, because I know that Raikou at level 50 in this game will have Raw, and that means it can just kick me out of this fight and go, no fight for you. You don't get to catch this legendary Pokemon. But I also don't want to use the Master Ball on it, so this could be a very short encounter. But also, I don't have a Pokemon that has, like, suction cups or anything, so I can't kind of make sure that I'm stuck in for the fight. And I don't okay, it's just going for quick attack, so... You know, maybe this would have been a time... let's switch out to Sandslash. I'm sorry, I just had the thought of maybe this would be a time where if I had a Pokemon that had, like, Ingrain or something, now would be the time for it. Okay, go for Slash, no crit. Oh, that was a crit. And it survived. Goes for Spark. Okay, so this thing has Spark, Thundershock, whatchamacallit, Quick Attack, and I think it has Roll. I'm relatively certain that it does. 2. Man, we nearly had it. There's Thundershock. As long as it's not kicking me out of this fight, that's great. Because I also do have a kind of rule that I generally apply for legendaries. And realistically, this is the best I can do right now. So pretty much the rule that I normally approach for legendaries with is Pokemon like the legendary birds, the legendary beasts, the Reggies, the Latis, those kinds of Pokemon. I will allow myself to use those like they are normal Pokemon. But if I get a Pokemon like Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, Lugia, Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, they will cost 2. So basically, think of... so if I okay, so let's say this is a Kyogre. Let's say this Raikou is a Kyogre. If I catch it and I want to use it on the team, I can, but it will take up the 2 remaining slots on the team. If that makes sense. Also, this is the best I can do right now. I mean, if nothing else, it's not going for Raw, and it just seems to be spamming electric moves on me, so... I mean, realistically, the electric moves can't do anything, but I also can't realistically do anything else to stop this thing. Because, yeah, it's in the red, it's paralyzed. This is the best I can do. 1. Nope. Okay, fully paralyzed. Also, a fun fact, this was the... Gen 3 was the last time you could paralyze an electric type. After that, it became like how you can't burn a fire type and you can't poison a poison type. Now that I think about it, I've never actually wondered. Like, I've never seen it, but I've also never tried it. I don't know if you can freeze an ice type. I imagine you can't. Like, it would make sense if you can't. Because you can't burn a fire type, you can't poison a poison type, and you can't paralyze an electric type. Also, this is quite literally all I can currently do. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw one more Ultra Ball, and then I'll start throwing a couple of Timer Balls, because I've thrown a good few now. 1. Nope. Okay, it's still breaking out, but it's still paralyzed. Now then, Timer Ball, away we go. Because basically the way the Timer Ball works is, the longer the battle goes on... I don't think it liked the Timer Ball. Basically, the longer the battle goes on, the better the ball becomes. But I've also seen... Okay, yeah, that is not working for me. Also, I should note, some of these legendaries have a catch rate of, like, 3. So there's a very distinct possibility that I just won't be able to catch some of these. 3. Click! We have the Raikou! 10 out of 10. Did I have escape ropes with me? This Pokemon races across the land while barking a cry that sounds like crashing thunder. That sounds so cool. But hey, we now have a Raikou. Very good. Very, very nice. Now, let's hope for... Okay, we do have an escape rope. Fantastic. So that is Articuno successfully caught. Although the Articuno was a Raikou. So, that was also the one I could have checked on way earlier in the game. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back and double check on that. Because there's one of the binoculars can show you what it is. But I chose not to look at it because I kind of wanted it to be a surprise. But now that I've actually caught the Pokemon, I've never actually gone and checked. So I'm quickly going to fly back to Fuchsia City and actually just have a quick look on that. While I'm here, I'm also going to have to put Blastoise back to the front of the party. Mostly just because, quite simply, if I put a Repel back on and the Magneton is level 31, I can still run into like a level 35 Electabuzz, which still wouldn't be too great for me. So now, let's quickly just go up here. I believe it's the one on the left. A large shiny bird is flying towards the sea. I mean, it's not anymore, and I know it doesn't respawn. I mean, don't get me wrong, if it respawned and I could go and kind of farm, if I could go back and just kind of start farming Raikous, don't mind me, I definitely would. Because, I'll be honest, Raikou, probably my favourite of the legendary beasts. I kind of go back and forth on them, because honestly, all of the legendary beasts are cool. Now then, let's put... You know what, no, let's put... yeah, I will put Blastoise out front. And now it is once again time for everyone's favourite item, the Repel. Actually, I won't even need the escape rope for the power plant. And pretty much, I could have gotten this encounter ages ago. Oh, but the way I do my playthroughs is I come back for my legendaries at the end, unless it's one that I'm scripted to see in the story, like Groudon or Kyogre in Gen 3, Diamond, Dialga and Palkia in Gen 4. Okay, we found TM17, Silverwind. So normally that's Protect, so that's actually going to be super helpful, because I can teach that to borderline anything. And also, I forgot about those items the first time I came through here, because I did come through... I came through here way earlier in the game to pick up items, and also found a couple of, stack Pokemon. There was a Wooper, and this is also where I caught Helios for Charizard. Yeah, I'm still a little upset about losing Helios in the Elite Four, but I think I've made my peace with it. Okay, so we've made it all the way to Zapdos. Now it's time to put Magneton back out front, and let's see what we have. I think that's a Latias. Okay, so I am 2 for 2 on Pokemon cries, and honestly, I'm suddenly... Oh no. Well, if nothing else, I know that it has Psychic now. Okay, that's damage. That's definitely damage. Okay, not a fan of that. Okay, so now we got the paralysis on it. I'm going to switch out to Houndoom, because I assume this thing won't have any other way to actually hit me. And that means... Well, that basically means Houndoom is a wall right now. Okay, it goes for Mist Wall, which won't work. It goes for Psychic, which won't work. And we've already seen Recover. Okay, so there's Recover. Which means this could take a little while, but we are pretty much guaranteed. We're basically guaranteed to have a safe time catching this thing. Okay, so that's all 4 of its moves. Houndoom absolutely walls this Latias. Because it has Charm, Recover, Psychic, and Mist Ball. Pretty much, it can't actually harm Houndoom. So now, now I get to play a fun little game of, let's start throwing Pokeballs. Because this could take a little while. I think Latias also has a catch rate of 3. Like, it's not a great catch rate. This will take a long time. Genuinely, this could be a case where you could leave, come back in like 10 minutes, and I'm still here throwing balls at this thing. And honestly, yeah, Latios and Latias, because, okay, when I was a kid, I did play Gen 1, I did play Gen 2, but Gen 3 was where I really started to get irritated by roaming legendary Pokemon, and it just so happens that Latios and Latias are roaming legendary Pokemon. No! Okay. It's in the red. It's in the red. I think that's actually, like, the exact amount of health that the Raikou had as well. So who knows, maybe it'll stay in the ball now. I guess it does not want to stay in the ball. But hey, if nothing else, we got the paralysis out, so that's always good. Okay, Ultra Ball comes through. 1, 2... Well, it ruled twice. So yeah, basically, I'm just going to be here for however long it takes trying to catch this thing. Will I even use it? I mean, I might. Latias has really good has very good TM compatibility. So I'd be able to probably teach this thing Psychic. Obviously, it already has it. I could teach it Surf. I don't think it gets Dig, so I wouldn't be able to teach it Flamethrower. But because it gets Psychic, I could teach it Fire Punch. And because it gets Shadow Ball, I could teach it Extreme Speed. Like, I definitely would have options available. I would absolutely have options available for training this Latias. Okay, let's go for a Timer Ball. Pretty much, the Master Ball, I'm saving that. Pretty much, I'm keeping the Master Ball for a kind of dire situation. Like, if the fight goes terribly and I'm on the verge of losing something important, like, let's say I get to one of the other Pokemon later and it's like a Groudon. Like, if that knocks Brute Root to like 10 health, and like all my other Pokemon are injured, then I will just throw the Master Ball because as much as I love having, you know, more Pokemon available, I'm not willing to sacrifice a Pokemon that has brought me here. I mean, you know, realistically, Atlas is currently my safest Pokemon. Atlas is currently my safest Pokemon because it's the only one, you know, in the PC. Although, now that I think about it, in the early gens, almost every legendary is a kind of special attack type of... yeah, almost all of them are special types. Because Gen 1 is Fire, Ice, Electric, Psychic, and Psychic. Yeah, a lot of the early gens are primarily physical types. The only ones that aren't are, like, Groudon, Regirock, Registeel, and I guess technically Jirachi, but Jirachi, Mew, and Celebi all have 100s in, like, every stat across the board. And obviously, a good few of them also have Flying as a subtype. But yeah, this Latias is hopefully just going to stay in the ball. I identified it by its cry because it's a slightly higher pitched one, whereas Latios's is more of kind of a growl, I guess. Anyway, sorry, momentarily had the hiccups. That's not great for me. I might need to stock up on more Pokeballs before this is over. Like, before this episode is over, I might need to go and stock up on some more Pokeballs, because I have a roaming legendary to find, I have whatever Moltres has become, I have whatever Mewtwo's become, and then I have I have 3 others, so I have like 6 other Pokemon to get today. So yeah, I think unless I get super lucky really soon, I might need to go and buy some more Pokeballs, or just throw the Master Ball. But as previously stated, unless it becomes an absolute No! Okay, Houndoom. I respect that I know that you're really trying, but I don't need you to kill this thing. I want it to stay in the ball. I'm trying to catch this Pokemon. 1. Please just stay in the ball. You know, even if it just rolled 3 times just to kind of give me the illusion that it's maybe considering staying in the ball, that would be great. Because, like, I'm doing my best here, but, you know, RNG is not working with me. Because, realistically, I do not know what more I could do to catch this Latias right now. It can't hurt me. It's now a bit above half. It's now about on half health. Okay, I'm gonna go for Bite one more time. Then I'm gonna start throwing Pokeballs again. Like, it's been on 1 health. It's paralyzed. It can't hurt any of my Pokemon. Please just stay in the ball. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw 3 more, and if it doesn't stay in, I'll just fast forward until I eventually catch this thing. Because basically the way this goes is I either catch it or it dies to struggle. That's how this goes. And actually, that could be a fun little mini game. Place your bets. Do I catch this thing or does it die to struggle? Honestly, right now, I'm kind of leaning towards the struggle option. Because the game is not cooperating with me here. I don't know like how long it takes for the Timer Ball to max out its efficiency, but we finally caught the Latias. Let's go. Okay, so Latias is now registered. It can telepathically communicate with people. It changes its appearance using its down that reflects light. Okay, that's kind of cool. And now, we just get a nice, convenient exit. Why can't they all be like that? Why can't all legendary Pokemon encounters be like that? It's like, hey, here's where you caught it, like 2 steps left, there's the exit. I mean, I say that, technically you catch Origin Form Giratina, and that is like, you jump forward 1 tile and then you can go through the portal and back home. Okay, now then, it is now time for us to return to the Sevi Islands for one final thing. So this will be our final trip to the Sevi Islands, and Blastoise can once again take the lead. And will I need more Pokeballs? Maybe, but I think I should be okay just for now. Okay, so Sevi Islands, we now need to go to one island, because you may recall a few episodes ago when I was going to get that Ruby, I mentioned that there was a legendary Pokemon on one island. Because in this remake, they actually moved Moltres. In the original release of Generation 1, Moltres was found in Victory Road. Which actually makes a lot of sense, because in the anime they explain that the Pokemon League has like a flame that's lit for the duration of the tournament, kind of like the Olympic torch, and that flame comes from Moltres, and I think that makes sense. Like, you know, the flame of the Pokemon League is lit by Moltres, and Moltres being found in Victory Road puts it very conveniently close to the Pokemon League. I think that makes perfect sense. Which also then I think kind of adds and makes even more sense when you think that Blaine was lost on a snowy mountain and was saved by Moltres. So, I mean, this is probably me reaching maybe a little bit, but I think it's entirely possible that Blaine was lost on Mount Silver, and he was rescued by Moltres from there. I mean, obviously this is me kinda reaching, but I think that kind of makes sense. Also, Kuzenbo is gonna kind of bite its way through all these Pokemon, because I think she only has grass types. And you know what, let's just go for a bite and see how much it does. Okay, let's try a Surf and see how much that does. It's resisted, but it's a way more powerful move, and it's Stab boosted. And I think it's actually also Mystic Water boosted, so I should have probably just been clicking that from the outset. You know what, this one's on full health, so let's see how much Surf does. Did it make much of a difference? Not really, no. That Stun Spore's a little bit of an inconvenience, though. Now the question is, do we get hit by a draining move? My guess was going to be yes, so I guess I lost that 50-50. Okay, do we get hit by a draining move this time? No, still just more acid. The fact that it's not going for Mega Drain or anything tells me that maybe this Gloom doesn't actually have it. Which honestly would be very convenient for me. Okay, so, now we just need to quickly make our way through and around here, and up the mountain. Also, we could just use Rock Smash to kind of skip there, but honestly, it doesn't make that much of a difference. That's just the way we hop down later. I think I already fought this guy. I did when I was coming through to actually catch Atlas. I caught Atlas in here. Because I believe in this cave, it's pretty much all Machop, Machoke, and Geodude and Graveler. But now we got one more tiny little strength puzzle. Okay, we got an encounter. What is it? Do you want to be a shiny? No, it is not a shiny. I mean, realistically, I'm playing Gen 3. Shinies aren't. I'm playing Gen 3. Shinies are a myth. I mean, I save that, but in my initial playthrough of Emerald that I did on the channel, I found 2 shinies in that, so you know what? Maybe there's some actual truth to that myth. Now then, before I go and do anything else, I'm going to use a full restore to just get Kuzenbo back up and fully organized. And now I also want to put Magneton back out front and hope this isn't a fire type or a Groudon. If it's a Groudon, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I would love it for it to be. I would both love and be terrified of this to be Groudon. Okay, so Moltres is a Deoxys. Okay, that's an interesting one. Wait, is this gonna Psycho Boost me? No, it's good for Cosmic Power. Okay, so it's setting up. So it's setting up its defense. That's cool. However, I now have to play a mini game here because I don't actually know what Deoxys gets. It has Zap Cannon. Okay, that's pretty bad. Also, it's made of paper, by the way, because I mean, realistically, you could tell it was made of paper because I hit it with Spark and it did like 50%. Now, hopefully, this Deoxys will cooperate with me. And this appears to just be normal form Deoxys, and I don't actually know if there's a way for me to change its form. Although, to be totally honest, I think I would probably keep it in this form anyway. Because I think the way it works is, I think the event was in Fire Red, oh, that's Psycho Boost. I think Magneton is dead. Like, straight up, I think that's Magneton dead, because that's just Psychic type Overheat. Yeah, there goes Magneton, okay. I mean, on the plus side, now that makes this a lot more survivable for my other Pokemon. Pretty much, I now just need this thing to use its other Psycho Boosts, I suppose. So it has Psycho Boost, it has Zap Cannon. What else does this thing have? Okay, it's on -2, so we should be able to take this, even though it does have really good special attack. Oh. No! No! It can't be doing this to me. Okay. So, that's my Sandslash dead. I am genuinely annoyed by that. I'm upset. Okay, this is on -4. It's on -4. This should do nothing. It did that much on -4. I know it was super effective stab, but it did that much on -4. And I know that I brought Houndoom for the specific purpose of dealing with Psychic types, but I saw Zap Cannon and I got worried about it. That was stupid on my part, and now my Sandslash has paid the price for it. I am genuinely upset and annoyed about this, because, yeah, Sandslash maybe wasn't the most powerful Pokemon in the world, but, maybe it wasn't the most powerful Pokemon in the world, but it was my Sandslash. That's the thing. I've fought plenty of them through the game, but that was my Sandslash. That was a cornerstone of the team. Okay, so, I don't even know what this thing's last move is. Like, it's only shown me 3 moves. I think it might have Recover or something. 1? No. Okay. I think it's running out of Psycho Boosts, so that's good at least. Honestly, maybe I should have gone to Houndoom, let it waste its Psycho Boosts, and then it would go for Zap Cannon. I mean, you're -6. Okay. It's on -6 and it's still nearly did half. And it's not staying in the ball. Oh no. Okay, what I'm gonna do is... Actually, no, this is a dangerous one. This could get real dangerous real fast. So I think I should stick with this one and not just say I'll speed up until I eventually catch this thing. Because, honestly, this is the most dangerous one yet, and I don't want to waste the Master Ball on it. Okay, so... 1. No. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong on this. Genuinely, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think that in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, when you fight, I think it's level 8 Deoxys at the end of the Delta episode, and you can catch it there, I am dead certain they made it easier to catch. I feel like that one is so easy to catch, but this one's just not cooperating. Also, after this, I will make a cut, because I need to go and find that roaming legendary Pokemon, and that could take me... That could take 5 seconds, it could take 20 minutes. Okay, Hyper Beam is its last move. Oh! Oh, I don't appreciate that! I think I might have to kill this thing. 1. Okay, yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to Doduo and see what it does. But, okay, it's setting up Cosmic Power. But yeah, I think I might have to kill this thing or run. Because I'm not wasting the Master Ball on it. I don't want to waste the Master Ball on it. But at the same time, it's done... But at the same time, this thing's been doing some damage. Okay, there's Hyper Beam again. Okay, so it did 86 damage to Kuzenbo, who I believe is my most powerful physical defender. 134, 137. Okay, so Brute Root should be able to take that just as well, and has leftovers healing. This actually is dangerous. I mean, to be fair, Deoxys as a Pokemon is like what... Deoxys as a Pokemon is one of potentially the most dangerous in existence. Because, realistically, yeah, there are Pokemon that are, like, effectively gods of their own domain. But, like, pretty much, Deoxys is a Pokemon that was so much of a threat that Rayquaza saw it and basically went into, no, that's gotta go, instant kill mode, basically. Like, Rayquaza saw Deoxys and it was on sight. 1, 2, no. I feel like I need to catch this Deoxys for, like, world safety. Okay, we tank that. We tank that. We definitely tank that. That's good. That's great for me. Because I think this thing is running out of Hyper Beams. It's used 3, I think, now. And I know I can take another one. Disclaimer, I should definitely not just approach this by going, yeah, I can take another Hyper Beam. Because that is a very good way for bad things to happen. 1. Yeah. Okay, fully paralyzed. Fantastic, fantastic. But yeah, I feel like I'm playing a little mini-game here called Tempting Fate in a bad way. Honestly, I think for the remaining legendaries, I might need to go and... For the remaining legendaries, I might need to actually go and pick up the other legendaries that I've caught. Okay. I'm suddenly wishing I had Synthesis. I think this might have to be the last try. Okay. 1. Okay. I think I have to kill this thing now. You know what? No. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna switch back to Kuzenbo. And hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, it's setting up another Cosmic Power. It's just setting up its defenses. Wait, maybe it's setting up its defenses so it can't... Maybe it's setting up its defenses so I can't kill it. I should have been keeping track of the number of hyper beams it's done. I think it has... Yeah, I think it has one left. Okay, it's paralyzed again. Okay, another timer ball. I just need it to stay in. One. Didn't even shake that time. Okay, if it's just going... Okay, if it's just going for cosmic power, I'm safe. If it's just spamming cosmic power, I am totally safe. If it isn't going for Hyper Beam anymore, it's out of attacking moves. It only has cosmic power left. But what if it has that one more Hyper Beam? I feel like maybe I should have got Houndoom for this. But also, if it's... I don't know. I mean, if nothing else, I'm getting really lucky with this thing being paralyzed so many turns in a row. But yeah, like... I don't know, I don't even know if I can hit this thing anymore. Like, I know it's on like +6, but I know my luck, I'll probably crit it as soon as I try. No, it did have another Hyper Beam. I think that's Kuzenbo dead. It did have one more Hyper Beam. It had one Hyper Beam left, and it made it count. This Deoxys, and this Deoxys, paired with my own Hubris, has done more damage than the Elite Four. But no, this is... No. I'm gonna stick with it. One. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, it's maxed out on Cosmic Power, but I genuinely don't think it can attack me anymore. I am just gonna throw Pokeballs. Then I'm going to throw Pokeballs. I'm going to catch this Deoxys, and then I'm going to throw the ball into the sea. I'm not gonna throw the ball into the sea, that would be mean. But also, this thing has wiped out 2 of my longest standing Pokemon, and it's all my fault. 1. Okay, what I'm gonna do is... I feel like everything that's going to happen has happened now. I'm just gonna fast forward until I catch this thing now. Because, yeah, we're basically done here. Everything is bad, and it's all my fault. Everything is bad, and it's all my fault. I just lost 5 Pokemon, 2 great teammates, 1 great potential teammate, and I didn't even catch the Deoxys because it ended up struggling itself to death. And it doesn't respawn, so I can't even try again. Honestly, I shouldn't try it. Honestly, even if it came back, I shouldn't try again. Okay, well, that sucks, but, I guess we have to, but I guess that's what I have to live with now. I'm gonna go back to 2 Island and buy more timer balls, and hopefully things will be better soon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stock up on healing items and stuff. I'm gonna stock up on timer balls again. I mean, evidently they're not helping. Evidently they were not helping. Anyway, I'm going to return to the mainland, and then I'm going to run around and find my roaming legendary Pokemon, and who knows, maybe I will be graced with an absolute miracle. Who knows, maybe I will be graced with an absolute miracle of a Pokemon. I'm not counting on it, but I would love for the game to just throw me a bone here, because, yeah, everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong now. So, we lost Magneton, then we lost Talia, then we lost Doduo, then we lost Kuzenbo, then we lost Houndoom. That, like, Magneton, Sandslash, Dodrio, Blastoise, Houndoom is a potentially amazing team just right there. Okay, so let's pick up Atlas, because we'll need him, because everyone else is dead, basically. Latias, you are coming too. Raikou, you're coming too, just because you are legendaries. Just because you are, like, the highest level Pokemon I now have. Okay, Bashful Nature, we could actually get some use out of that. Okay, you know what, they both have decent stats as well. So, let's heal up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to heal, and then I'm going to make a run on over, I'm going to just run around until I eventually find my roaming legendary Pokemon. So I will make a cut, and I will be right back, and we can hopefully recover from this disaster. I found it insanely quickly, it was Celebi. And the good news is I found it. The bad news is there's no way I catch it. But hey, let's give it a go. So we throw the Ultra Ball. 1, 2, 3. That's the cruelest part of all. That was cruel and unusual, game. That was absolutely uncalled for. Like, I feel like the game just personally attacked me for that. Like, what? Game, what did I do to you? Okay, so, for convenience purposes, I'm just gonna teach Fly to Latias. And I'm gonna go back to Fuchsia City, buy some more Pokeballs. I'm getting rid of Psychic because I can teach it back via TM. And I'm going to stock up on some more Pokeballs. And then we go. Then we head on over to Naval Rock and Birth Island. And I guess I just pray that I can catch stuff. Basically, I needed to head back to Fuchsia City because it's the first place I can think of that's old Ultra Balls. And yeah, you know, while I'm here just doing this, I might as well move Atlas up here. You know, just a quick little bit of live editing, you know, to deal with the grief of losing all of my Pokemon. You know what, sure, why not? I can use all of the money because, well, one, I'm basically out of money now. Well, one, I'm basically out of money now, and two, I mean, I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of grinding. Like, I was already going to be doing a fair bit of grinding to train for the Elite Four rematches, but I didn't think it would go this badly. Let's do Naval Rock first. Special Ferry, Sea Gallop, High Speed 10. Off we go to Naval Rock. Okay, so now I gotta play a fun little game. Do I go up or do I go down? Let's go down first. I'll mimic the way I did it. I'll mimic the way I did Shin Megami Tensei 1. So I'll go down first, then up. Because the way I did the ending of SMT 1 was I pretty much went all the way down to the bottom of the cathedral to fight the Chaos bosses first, and then went... Wait, that's down, so it's up over here? Yeah, it is, okay. Yeah, so I went to the bottom and fought all the Chaos bosses, and then I climbed all the way up to the top to fight the Law bosses. Also at the end of that. And now we make our way all the way down here to where normally Lugia would be found. And that is a lot, that is a whole lot of ladders, wow. Okay, so, here's Lugia. And honestly, just because it's the safest option I have, I think I'm going to put... You know what? No, I'll put Raikou out front. And see what we can do. What is this? That was a Mew. Oh, Okay. Oh, wait, it's level 70. Okay, we Thunder Shark? Oh, no. Okay, it's just Scary Face. It's just Scary Face. Although, Mew could be the answer. Mew could be the weapon. Mew could be everything I need. Because it gets access to every TM, it can learn every single TM. It might be the play. Okay, Spiderweb. I think that just means I can't escape now. Okay, yeah, Raikou can't get switched out, so basically I now get to play a fun little minigame of hopefully this... Okay, Heal Bell. Huh. I'll be honest, I forgot Heal Bell was even a move in this gen. I don't think Heal Bell would do anything, though. Okay, we got the paralysis. That could be huge, and it has Synchronize. Now it's time to start throwing Pokeballs. You know, if I could get the luck that I had with that Celebi, that would be great, too. Nelly. Like, if I could get the luck that I had with that Celebi, that would be amazing. Because that Celebi, like, I had one shot, just threw an Ultra Ball, and it rolled 3 times. I mean, obviously we didn't get to catch it. Oh, that's Ancient Power. Okay, so it's that's a lot of damage. Wait, why am I timer balling it? It's only been like 6 turns. 1, 2, 3. Game, please. No. Okay, that's Raikou dead. Raikou's gone. Just immediate. It's alive. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm Master Balling this thing. I'm not taking any more chances. I'm Master Balling this Mew. If I go up there and Ho-Oh... If I go up there and Ho-Oh is a Kyogre or a Groudon, I'm going to be upset. But I would rather have this for now. A Pokemon of South America that was thought to have been extinct. It is very intelligent and learns any move. Okay, so we have Mew. Also, we can't surf over there, but whatever. Okay, so Mew is Bashful nature, has Synchronize, it can kind of tank anything. Wait, why does Mew get Mega Punch? You know what, I'm not going to question it. Although, now the question is... What do I do? Because it's level 70, I can't use it. Like, it's level 70, I can't use this thing. That's something I hadn't really thought of. Because these last few legendaries, I'm pretty sure they're at level 70s, so I can't use them. Oh well, I guess I can at least go see what they are. I mean, I nearly lost Raikou to, you know, find out what... Like, yeah, that was very stupid and dangerous gameplay of me, but hey, we found out and we caught it. We caught it in the end. I guess we just have to climb all the way up these floors. Okay, and this should be Ho-Oh up here. Oh, I hate these ones. I hate the ones where you just approach and then they challenge you. Okay, there's Ho-Oh. Oh, it didn't do a cry. Oh, it's an Entei. Okay. Okay. An Entei. Okay, Swagger. Fair enough. Okay. Also, then. I still have one more after this. I need to switch out, I think. Because I don't know what this thing has, but it probably isn't good for my health. So I'm going to switch out to Latias. Honestly, part of me wants to just switch to Mew and just say I'm allowed. Because it's for a legendary encounter and not actually to, you know, catch and train a Pokemon. But I still feel like I would partially be cheating, but I don't know, and honestly, I have had so many losses in this episode so far, I don't actually know. Honestly, what scares me perhaps more than anything else is the fact that I know I still have to go into another cave and get through all of it. Okay, I think I have to switch Latias out. Yeah, I have to switch Latias out here. Honestly, I might just have to run for it. Because, obviously, Brute Root doesn't want to fight this thing. Okay, Stomp. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to click Earthquake and try to take this thing out, I think. I think that's my best bet now. Like, if I had Kuzenbo, I'd feel confident, but I don't. That didn't kill. Oh no, I know it's a 17 level gap, but I was not prepared for that too. Nah, I think that kills. Stomp? Does that kill? Okay, we also lose Machamp. I'm just running. Oh no. I'm just running. I'm just running. I'm getting away from this Entei. Oh no. Fire Spin? Oh no. I can't get it. The game won't let me get away from this Entei. Okay, we got away. Okay. Okay. The Entei flew away. The awful part of my mind wants to go back up there and see if it appears again. Oh, it does appear again. Okay, it does appear again. Okay, so I guess that makes sense because people shiny hunt these and their event ones. Okay, okay, this one was for science. It doesn't matter if I die here. Stomp. We live. We live that. We live that. We live that. Well, that's Raikou dead. Okay, I'm not counting that one. I'm not counting that one because it was solely to go and investigate to see if it would come back. I refuse to count that one. That one didn't count. Disclaimer, it absolutely counted. So that was me catching and throwing away a Raikou to just see if the Entei came back. And now, I don't know what to do. Because I have... Wait, hang on. I don't think the Deoxys is super high level. I know that Birth Island is normally Deoxys, and I don't think that's stupidly high level. I might be wrong, but I'm fairly confident that it isn't normally level 70 or 80. I know it isn't level 80 in this game. I know it's only level 80 in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but I don't know what level it is. I'm gonna guess and assume 50. I mean, it's normally Deoxys, but I don't know what it's gonna be here either. Okay, so now Raikou has to go into the death box due to my own stupidity. Atlas goes into the death box, again, due to my own stupidity, and it's just Venusaur. I'm gonna keep Mew with me, just in case. I'm gonna keep Mew and Latias with me, and basically, Latias, that's fine. Mew is the emergency button. Basically, I will allow myself to use the Mew because I'm not like fighting a gym leader or a member of the Elite Four or anything. But if the time requires it, I will allow myself to hit the big red button, or in this scenario, the big pink button, and use the Mew. Okay, now I think I just have to chase this around for a bit. It's very clearly changing a bit. It's becoming red as I go. I don't know how long this takes, though. Or if I have to do it in a set pattern. Like, if I have to approach it from a certain side. Either way, it seems to be going fine. It's turning red. Okay, we did it. So what is this? Normally it's Deoxys. Well, that's a bit anticlimactic. It's an Articuno. Okay, you know what? I'm not too mad about that. Oh, it's only level 30? Honestly, that is perhaps the biggest sigh of relief I think I'm gonna get today. Because, honestly, if this thing was level 50, I think genuinely, if this was level 50 honestly, if this was level 50, I think I'd be concerned. If it was level 70, I would be running in the other direction. honestly though, when it first appeared for a second, I had to double take because I genuinely thought it was a shiny. And okay, it's just Powder Snow. It's not even Ice Beam. It's not even Ice Beam. I think I'm okay. How much does that hit for? That hits for 16 damage. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, now we Sleep Powder. I still probably should refrain from using Razor Leaf, because I'm nearly double its level and it would be resisted. But at the same time, Articuno does have good special defense. I don't remember much about Articuno, but I do remember it has good special defense. Honestly, right now I am looking at the calamity that has befallen me in this episode, and I'm suddenly thinking, you know what? Maybe I do bust out the legendary Pokemon here. Like, maybe I do use my legends that I've acquired now. Because, quite simply, I mean, realistically, I know me. I'll probably end up doing all of my training and then deciding, hey, I've rebuilt and got a great new team here. But at the same time, I know part of me does just want to get and use all these legendaries that I have, but I feel like that might be a little bit unfair. I mean, because realist. Okay, that's Gust. That'll do nothing. Okay, that did 15 damage. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk a Razor Leaf. Okay, game, Brute Root, Venusaur. You are my starter Pokemon. You are my most trusted Pokemon. You are the sole survivor of this calamity. Please do not crit. Thank you. Okay. This has gone so badly. When I sat down to record this an hour ago, I did not think, in my wildest imagination, that things would go this drastically, horrendously wrong. Like, I was prepared for a couple of things to go badly. I was prepared to maybe lose Talia, Atlas, or Kuzenbo to a crit, or something, but I hadn't anticipated on losing all three of them. And honestly, the part that irritates me more than anything is that I didn't even catch the Deoxys that killed two of them. And I don't think it respawns. Like, I'm fairly certain that in this game, legendaries, if you knock them out, don't respawn. So, yeah. That Deoxys killed my Sandslash, killed my Blastoise, and got away with it. I mean, yes, I will throw my hands up. It was entirely my fault. But still, I am livid that it got away with it. Like, it got away with it. It did all that to my team and got away with it. Okay, what I'm going to do is, as usual, I'm going to throw 3 more Pokeballs. And if I can't catch this Articuno, within those 3, I will just start fast-forwarding until I eventually catch this thing. Because I know I'm safe, I know I can catch it. I mean, realistically, I said that with the Deoxys, and then it knocked itself out with struggle. But this time it's not, but this time I have plenty of time and space. And also, I probably shouldn't have used the Master Ball on the Mew, but I know... Actually, no, I should have used the Master Ball on the Mew, because it was going to kill Raikou. Oh, and I don't know if I would have been able to get out after that anyway. But also, at the same time, I then lost Raikou to the Entei due to my own stupidity, so what am I even rambling about? Okay. Okay. Sorry. I've become very passionate about being stupid and losing my Pokemon today. Evidently, today was one of those days where I should have sat down and thought, you know what? I'm not gonna record today. But no, here we are. I have created a lot more grinding for myself, but you know what? That is fine by me, because I do not mind a little bit of grinding in my RPG. I mean, I say that, but I have played multiple RPGs this week. Not this week, this year. and I am running out of sleep powders. But yeah, so this year, in terms of RPGs, I've played this, I've played Pokemon Colosseum, I've played, and Colosseum required a lot of grinding. I've played Persona 3 Reload, I've played Shin Megami Tensei 5, and before, okay, this video, I'm recording this like the start of September-ish. By the time this video comes out, episode Igus, hey, we got the Articuno! Episode Igus will have been out in Reload for a few weeks. I probably won't have played that yet, because that's mostly just because it's kind of inconvenient. And there's just a soul tree on this island. But hey, let's have a quick look at this Articuno. Lacks nature. Doesn't I mean, it's fine. I mean, worst case scenario is I would have to train it. But that's fine. And that can take us to... Oh! That's directly connected to these. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, back to the Kanto mainland. We are now done with the Sevi Islands and all the boat stuff. But yeah, so by the time this video comes out, episode I guess will have been out for 2 or 3, for like 3, maybe 4 weeks. And admittedly, I do intend on playing it at some point, because I know that the following statement may be contentious, but I like the answer in Persona 3 FES. Like, I know why people don't like it, but I've always quite liked it. I think Yukari's character writing in it is genuinely fantastic, and people get needlessly mad at her acting like a genuine human being in it. Anyway, hey, basically the main reason I'm not going to be playing episode Igus like on release is quite simply I don't really want to buy the expansion pass, and it's only in the expansion pass. It's like, basically it's like, hey, do I want to buy a full DLC season for something that I just want the last thing in? Not really, when the entire DLC season is outfits and music that, one, I'm not going to use, like, is outfits and music that I'm not going to use because they got added to the game after I had finished it. It's like, I'd finished the game by the time all this stuff was added. So I don't really see a whole lot of point in having it. Okay, so now I need to teach Surf, and I know that I need Rock Smash in this cave as well. So let's teach Latias how to use Surf. Latias has honestly kind of been relegated to using it just for HMs, but that is probably fine. I'm probably not going to use the Latias very much. And I also need a Pokemon with Rock Smash. Fortunately, I know that Machoke is an absolute champion. I know that Machoke is a champ when it comes to using HM moves. It's kind of... Honestly, Machoke is one of the big Pokemon of Gen 4 when it comes to using HMs. Obviously, everything falls to the absolute might that is Bibarel, and being able to use basically every HM in the game that doesn't fly. But when it comes to climbing Mount Coronet, Machoke is a very solid option because it gets Rock Smash, it gets Strength, and it gets Rock Climb. So yeah, it's a pretty good one to have if you're not using Bibarel. And now we enter the final cave, the Cerulean Cave, or as it's better known, the Unknown Dungeon. I always thought it sounded way cooler as Unknown Dungeon, so that's what I've... So, look, the game refers to it as Cerulean Cave. I always liked it more as Unknown Dungeon. I thought that made it sound a lot cooler and a lot more threatening and dangerous. And pretty much, I just need to get to the end of this cave and find out what Mewtwo is. That's a Graveler. I already have a Geodude, so this is dupes. However, just because I can, I'm going to click Razor Leaf and take this Graveler out. Sorry, Graveler, it is absolutely not personal. Unless it's with Deoxys, then it's on site. With Deoxys, it will be on site for the next however long until I decide it isn't. Because, oh, I know that was all my fault. But I'm still upset. I have a Zubat, so that Golbat is also dupes. Well, technically species, but still. I have an awful feeling I'm going to encounter a Parasect. I have a terrible feeling. That's a Machoke, that is also dupes. In an ideal world, in a perfect world, I think I encounter a Kadabra. Kadabra is probably like the golden goose of an encounter here. Or do I take another Magneton? I pass on the Magneton, I think. I do have one or two electric types still in the PC if I need them. I will throw on a Repel after I actually get through here and have my encounter, but also at the same time, ultimately having whatchamacallit won't actually do anything for me. Okay, that's also a Machoke. But as I get further and further deeper into this cave, I know that I can encounter some dangerously high-level Pokemon. Like, I'm felt... We did get Parasect. My final regular encounter of the game was a Parasect. Actually, no. I can go back to Lost Cave. I can go back to Lost Cave if I need to, or there is an encounter there. There is an encounter there that I didn't get. I think it's like guaranteed to be a Murkrow, or a Haunter if I want it. It's not great, but it's better than a Parasect. I'd rather have that than a Parasect. I specifically note that because I just don't like Parasect very much. Like, I don't have any personal, like, gripe. Well, I don't have any personal beef against it, but I just don't care for it. Maybe it's because it's quad weak to fire, quad weak to flying, and also, you know, the next episode is going to be the Elite Four again, where, you know, if it makes it to the end, my rival has a Charizard. So, yeah, Parasect, maybe not the best Pokemon for this. 1, 2, 3, click. Thank you for your cooperation. You're not going to be on the team, but thanks for working with me here, buddy. In China, the spores are used as herbal medicine. Interesting. Okay. You didn't have Spore, did you? I think you got Spore at like level 50 or something. No, I think you got... Oh, it did have Spore! I mean, that's its one redeeming quality, I guess. Like, I guess look, every Pokemon has to have one redeeming quality. But if Parasect didn't get Spore... If Parasect didn't get Spore, would anyone care about Parasect? Okay, now I also gotta play a fun little minigame called I have no idea where I'm actually going. So hey, hopefully I'll actually manage to navigate this without too much hassle. I have to specify that I don't know where I'm going, because to be totally honest, I have not played Gen 1 since... Well, I haven't played this since the last time I did the playthrough. If I got past Repel, that's super high level. No. 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 Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. I refuse. We Sleep Powder. We missed. Okay. Okay, if it's just going for counter... If it's just going for counter, I think I'm safe. We Sleep Powder. We land for Sleep Powder. Also, I can't switch out because of Shadow Tag. Fortunately, I know what moves this thing has, and I was on the right Pokemon to be able to work around it. If it dies to Leech Seed, Destiny Bond doesn't kill, right? That's how that works, right? I've never had to worry or deal with it. Okay, we land the Leech Seed. The Wobbuffet is officially on a timer. And it seems to go for counter over Mirror Coat. So I'm okay with this. Also, it's not setting up Safeguard, so I can Sleep Powder it again. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. We're getting there. We are getting there. I am so worried about this thing right now. But as long as it stays asleep, and doesn't die to this, and doesn't wake up and Mirror Coat me from here, Okay, it's still asleep. It's still asleep. What do we say to this Wobbuffet? Not today. Not today, Wobbuffet. Not today, Satan. Well, that was stressful, wasn't it? I think there's a item finder right in here. Honestly, I don't know why I'm bothering. Is it something good? Nope, no response. Okay, let's keep going, I suppose. Honestly, I have an awful, awful feeling I'm going to find a great Pokemon here that I'm going to need. Actually, no, wait. I can't even use whatever I find here. I hope it's something bad. Like, I can't use whatever I get here, so I hope it's something bad. Like, genuinely give me something garbage. Give me the worst legendary possible. Because I know I won't be able to use it. Like, I know that the last time I played this, my Mewtwo was Rayquaza. Not another one. It's another one. Okay, so, once again, we enter... I don't want to call fighting a Wobbuffet the Crucible of Anguish, but... yeah, that's kind of what I want to call it. I might have to no, I can't switch out. Okay, it's just setting up safeguards. It's just going for safeguards. It's got the Leech Seed on it. I have leftovers. I have Leech Seed healing. And Leech Seed... actually, Wobbuffet like, has pretty much only physical... sorry, it only has health. Like, it has a massive HP stat, but not much else. So, I think I should be okay. I'm just going to Psychic again for safety. Also, the fact that both of these Wobbuffets have been level 58 tells me maybe I should actually be at level... like, if I go to level 59, is the nightmare over? If I go to level 59, am I safe? Okay. Wobbuffet 2, down. Now let's keep going. Okay. Repel wore off. Let's put the Repel right back on. Honestly, I should probably keep the Repel off. I probably should have kept the Repel off, because now I'm going to find another Wobbuffet. The Wobbuffets are all level 58. Okay. Okay. I'm very stressed about these Wobbuffets. On the plus side, none of them have clicked Mirror Coat yet, which is a massive load off my mind, because obviously I'm using special attacks. If they are content to just sit and click Counter and Safeguard, and preferably not Destiny Bond, I think I'm okay. I probably should have stuck to using Psychic here, because Razor Leaf is potentially dangerous. Okay. Wobbuffet is still asleep. Basically, all I need to do is hope that I don't crit. And if I do, I need it to knock it out. Okay. It's still asleep. Also, you know earlier in the playthrough, and by earlier in the playthrough I mean like episode 3, when I said I would try to not give the audience anxiety by running myself into situations this dangerous. Yeah, I would like to make a formal apology for this entire episode. Okay, we've made it to the bottom. Okay, that's just a Ditto. That's just a Ditto. That's fine. I'm running away from it regardless, because honestly, the worst thing possible there that I had a horrendous vision of the future there, where that Ditto transformed into my Venusaur, hit me with Psychic, and killed my Venusaur. And ideally, I don't want that to happen. Okay, so we find a Max Revive, and we also find a Parasect. That's level 64. That's high level. That's very high level. But on the plus side, we are near the end. Like, okay, it's just another Ditto. You know what? I'm gonna fight one. I'll fight one Ditto just to see. Okay. So I preempted this. Oh, okay, we just crit it and knock it out. Okay, we go up to level 59 from that. No, we don't. Ditto actually doesn't give anywhere near as much EXP as I think it does. And we got one more Ultra Ball. So, now we get to see what was Team Rocket doing down here for the entire game. Because obviously, Mewtwo was a creation of Team Rocket, and I personally do subscribe to the theory that everything Team Rocket is doing in Gen 1 is an attempt to get Mewtwo back. Like, they're trying to get fossil Pokemon because they're ancient Pokemon, and they're trying to get ghosts because they counter psychic types. That's level 67. We risk it. Like, they're trying to get ghosts because they counter it. They want to get legendaries because assumably they counter it. Can I run? Okay, we can. Fantastic. But yeah, I've personally always liked that idea that Team Rocket are doing everything they can in Gen 1 to get Mewtwo back. Okay, so, our final Pokemon, Mewtwo. Let's see what this is. That's a Moltres. That's a Moltres. Okay, my wish was kind of granted. I don't dislike Moltres, but at the same time, I am not going to be going to bat for it. I'm not that invested in a Moltres. It does have Endure. And I'm suddenly very glad that I taught Latias how to use Surf. Partially because I needed it, and partially because it's now just a pretty good move to have. So this thing has Endure, it has Agility, it has Flamethrower. So what is its fourth and final move? That is the question here. And also, oh, now I play a fun little minigame called Do I Catch This Moltres? I mean, I'm gonna try, but if I need to, I will run away like a big hero. Okay, that's another Flamethrower that nearly killed Latias. No! I misclicked. I misclicked and it killed Latias. Okay. Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. That's terrible, in fact. That's the worst that it could have possibly ever been. Okay, let's send out this Machoke, because I'm gonna be honest, if anything is expendable right now, it is this Machoke. Because, realistically, I caught the Machop who would become Atlas to not use this Machoke. And this is where I realize letting Houndoom, well, unintentionally letting Houndoom die also made this fight harder. Because I think my Houndoom that I accidentally let die to Deoxys had Flash Fire. And Flamethrower is the only attacking move this Moltres has. It has Flamethrower, it has Endure, it has Agility, and it has Safeguard. Okay, so that's Machoke gone. I'm gonna send in Cubone and throw one more I'm not gonna let Cubone die. I refuse to let Cubone die. Not when I see that sprite. Not when I see that sprite being that cute. I'm just gonna send out Mew and kill this Moltres, I think. Like, look, I know my level cap is 70. But let's be real here, I can't use either of these in the Elite Four rematches. And okay, I'll throw 2 more Pokeballs, and then I will and then I'll just kill this thing. Because, you know what? I don't even want to know how Moltres got down here. Actually, how much does Flamethrower do to Mew? That hits for like 91, no? Yeah, that's 91, okay. 10 out of 10, I can't... No, wait, that's not 91, that's 89. I can't do maths today. Okay, so I I'm going to run away like a big hero. And with that, it disappears. It flew away. It flew out of a cave. And now I am going to escape rope. Then I'm going to go and return to the Pokemon Center and probably cry because, oh no, this has been a calamity. This has been the worst it could have possibly been. I'm just going to go to Viridian City. I don't know why. Anyway, I am going to deposit my dead, train up a new team, and the next time, I'll be back to fight the Pokemon League again. So, this has been the worst episode by far. I have lost so many Pokemon. So, Latias died, once again, due to my own incompetence. Machoke died, but I don't really care. Mew gets to live. It goes in this box. Actually, it gets sequestered in another box. And I caught those. Brute is the sole survivor for now. And I get to play a fun little game called Rebuild. And so I'm gonna have to rebuild, and I will be back in the next episode. Hopefully my hiccups will have gone away. But I will be back in the next episode to go and have done all of my training, and next time we'll be finishing off Pokemon Fire Red for good. For better or worse, we are going to be going and fighting the Elite Four rematches. So I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment and click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined. Feel free to tell me that I was very stupid for losing all those Pokemon. Don't worry, I'm very aware that I'm very stupid for losing all those Pokemon. Anyway, okay, thanks for watching. Later.